Jon Chu directs the new critically acclaimed film, Crazy Rich Asians. We're rolling film right now. What's up? It's Russell here at HHWoodReviews. Reviews. If you guys have not already, good. Click that subscribe button, the bell notification icon in the corner of your screen. You guys will get notified anytime I drop a new movie review, trailer review, anything new and exciting. You guys will get notified, so go ahead and do that. Also, after the video, stick around to like and comment. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Crazy Rich Asians. Crazy Rich Asians is rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours even. It stars Constance Wu, Henry Golding, Michelle Yeoh, and Gemma Chan, and is directed by Jon Chu, who you may recognize from such films as Now You See Me 2, G.I. Joe Retaliation. Right out of the gate, this movie is one of the big surprises of the year. I know I was on board as soon as I left the theater. I really enjoyed this film. It was such an important film because it was an all-Asian cast. We hadn't really seen anything like that. Previously was the Joy Luck Club, I think was the first time that we had seen like an all-Asian cast like that. And the movie was just a nice fresh breath of air. We see Rachel Chu, played by Constance Wu. She is an economics professor at NYU. She is dating Nick Young, who is played by Henry Golding. He pretty much invites her to accompany him to a wedding because his best friend's getting married, and Nick is in the wedding, so he wants to go ahead and bring Rachel with him. And that's pretty much when everybody starts, they're out at lunch, and somebody takes a picture, and all of a sudden, everybody knows about it, that Rachel is accompanying Nick to Singapore for his best friend's wedding. And even Nick's mother, played by Michelle Yeoh, knows about it. And pretty much, this will actually give Rachel a chance to meet Nick's family. So that's the big whole entire premise of the film. So we see Eleanor, Nick's mom, played by Michelle Yeoh. She learns of the relationship from, like I said, the widespread gossip that people were text messaging, people were taking snapshots, because Nick's family is well-to-do in Singapore. They are kind of a big deal. They have a lot of old money, and they're a very wealthy family, much to the unknowing of Rachel. She doesn't really know much about Nick's wealth. So Rachel finds out that he is a bit on the wealthy side when they end up going and flying to Singapore in a first-class suite. For their flight. That's kind of when she finds out and puts two and two together that Nick actually is has more money than he has let on. Like I said, they have they're old money rich. They're wealthy real estate Mongols or developers, and that's how they had all their money. So now we are in Singapore, where the wedding takes place, and Nick introduces Rachel to some of his friends. They go out to eat at like street vendors, and they're just having a really good time. And that's the thing about this film that actually works for me. It's just the fact, the interaction of characters, the interaction, just the introduction of culture, and then just everything else involved in it. It makes this movie so authentic. It really makes you feel like you're there. You're living a part of life somewhere that you're not accompanying, that you're not accompanied, but not accustomed to. And that's the great part about this film, that Jon Chu directs this film so perfectly in that aspect. The dialogue's just great. There's a lot of character development, and that's what makes this movie so much fun and so warm-hearted. So we see Rachel finally meets Nick's mom, Michelle Yeoh's character, and grandmother, and she realizes like the grandmother really is taken to her, but the mother's not so much. She feels like she really hasn't won over the mother, but she feels like she has won over the grandmother, so she feels like there's a little bit of hope. So Rachel ends up attending the bachelorette party for the bachelorette that's getting married, and she finds out that Nick used to date the one girl, and that the one girl who tries to befriend Rachel, and Rachel's pretty much just getting kind of like picked on and bullied. There's one scene where she wakes up, or she's going to go to her bedroom or whatever, where she's staying, and she's pretty much bullied. There's like a big fish on her bed, and it just says a gold digging bitch on the wall and blood. And to me, like I said, it's everybody pretty much against Rachel's character just because of the fact that she is an outsider. She is not a traditional Asian like how Michelle Yeoh's character and Nick and everybody pretty much are. She grew up in America. She doesn't, you know what I mean? She was only living with her mother. She doesn't know her father. So that there's a lot of that going on, that culture, the different cultures for the two characters. And that's where you see Michelle Yeoh's character and Rachel's character butting heads because of the fact they are different. But she realizes, and that's the whole entire film. The whole entire film is basically for Rachel to stand her ground and to show Eleanor that she is worthy. She is a worthy mate for her son, and that she can hold her own. And that's the biggest premise of the film. Like I said, this movie was absolutely fantastic. It was nice to see, like I said, an all Asian-led film. It was one of the first times that we had seen it since probably the Joy Luck Club. The culture of this film, you can just feel it. When you go to Singapore, you just see everything, the interaction with the characters and everything. It's just a nice fresh breath of air, and that's something that really helps drive this film. And like I said earlier, the good character development. Good character development is hard to find in films. It's very rare that they take the time to really paint a portrait for all these different characters. And it was nice that they were able to do so in this film. It was beautifully shot. When you go to Singapore, you see all these beautiful landscape shots. The houses, everything about it is just so, it has that beautiful feel to it. And that's what really puts you in the film. And you're constantly engaged in this film. 2 hours go by relatively fast. And there is a lot of funny scenes, and a lot of them come from the actress Awkwafina. She really adds a lot of comedic relief in this film. She is really funny in this film. And like I said, overall, this movie has a feel of everything. It has comedy, it has the romance, it has like the serious side of a romance film. Overall, the movie was absolutely fantastic. I gave this movie 5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed this film. If you guys are in the mood for a comedic romantic film, this is your film, and this is a great film. If you want to get a taste of a different culture and the feel of life elsewhere, check this film out. This movie is absolutely fantastic, like I said. They actually have signed on for a sequel, which is great to see because of the success of this first film. But overall, absolutely, check this film out. I can't highly recommend this film enough. More importantly, have you guys seen Crazy Rich Asians? If you guys have, did you guys enjoy the film or not? Did you guys think that The Joy Luck Club was better, or do you think Crazy Rich Asians was better? I want to know. Sound off there in the comments. What was your favorite scene in the movie? Sound off in the comments. I want to know. Next time at Howell's Hollywood Reviews when I bring you the new film AXL. And until then, we'll see you guys in Hollywood.